So, this is how you uncover people's deepest secrets. But be warned though, what I'm about to reveal is not for the faint of heart. Very few people go this deep in details. It might even sound a little cruel, but that's the world we live in. And no, I'm not talking about those cliche, what their body language means, what their tone means. Well, that's part of it. But no, I'm going to dig deep. It's almost a little dark psychology, but I'm gonna teach you exactly how to tell who to trust and who not to. Let's change your perspective on how you view social interactions. So in Asian culture, we often say you never deal with a person, but rather their defense mechanisms. Kids are taught and conditioned from a very young age to always wear a social mask in any setting. So we tend to always bring that thought into our day-to-day interactions and assume that everyone's sort of putting up a front. So we all learn to not form judgment by what someone does on a very good day. Because on a good day, on a perfect day, we can all act moral. We can all play nice. If I won the lottery today, of course, I'm going to be more giddy. I'm going to be more helpful. I'll think the world is beautiful. I'll be an angel. But on a bad day, though, that's when someone lets out their rawest form. So pay close attention to when someone is actually angry at their rock bottom or even under the influence, because those are the moments when their defenses are down. And that's when someone actually reveals their true baseline character. We don't judge people on their moral high ground. We judge people when they truly show their cards. So if their lowest point behavior is questionable, or you notice that it's misaligned from their usual self, that's a red flag, because that's very likely how they're going to treat you when things aren't perfect. And let's be honest, life isn't perfect like 95% of the times for most people. So be extra observant next time you see them let their guard down, because we judge people's true baseline character based on their lowest point behaviors. Okay, this second one might require a little more brain power, so bear with me. Sometimes we have to practice listening in reverse, because in life, what something appears to be can be total opposites from its true essence. Sometimes people are so loud and firm on a specific opinion. For example, you definitely know someone like this in your life. They'll openly despise wealthy people. They always talk about how they're immoral, how they're disgusting, how they never want to be in touch with them. But the moment they get to rub elbows with the rich, they're gonna do anything to please them or to link up with them. But they just claim it so that they can try to convince other people they're this high moral person. In other words, what people claim that they despise the most might sometimes be what they crave the most. And a lot of times they actually don't even realize that themselves. So train yourself to listen in reverse, because it's a super powerful skill. You'll be able to know what they don't even know about themselves. That's informational gap right there. Always ask yourself, what is the complete opposite thing of what this person is trying to say? Once you realize, you'll be shocked at how many subtle clues you'll be able to pick up from their everyday behavior. And then things will start making sense. Okay, this next one is one of my favorite little tricks. There's this Chinese saying, again, that basically means the highest tier openly welcomes all criticisms. The middle tier can sometimes handle light suggestions, but the lowest tier, they only receive flattery. Basically, people at the highest level of mindset can handle tough truths because they know nothing is ever set in stone, and they always value growth over their ego. Now, for the mediocre or small-minded individuals, they literally shut down or get so defensive anytime anything challenges their existing worldview. So pay attention to how those around you handle the truth, especially opposing arguments. The people who can never take no as an answer, or they're always just defensive like, oh no, well actually, they're just giant babies. Do you really want to stay around and babysit them? It's kind of pathetic, actually, if you think about it. They'll just forever exist in the very shallow constraint of their current worldview. And this is also a lesson for you if you want to be that highest tier of individual, that highest level of mindset. In life, strive to be someone who can always handle challenges to your current belief system and be open and flexible and accepting. And at the same time, cherish those around you who can do the same, because they'll be very valuable to our own growth. So these are the people we want to trust and we want to have a connection with. All right, in this second half, we'll dive even deeper into their core by looking through their emotions. So for the fourth point, when someone speaks, don't focus on the actual content of what they're saying. That's just noise, literally and figuratively. The real giveaway is their emotion behind those words. Emotions reveal a person's stance, and their stance on a certain topic represents their core. It gives us a glimpse of their actual values and their hidden intentions. So classic scenario, if you check your boyfriend's phone, not saying that's good or bad practice, and his initial reaction is over the top anger and he even like crashes out. Even if he later cools down and he pulls out the, I don't care if you check my phone, but it's not about the phone, blah, blah, blah. In that heated moment, don't get lost in what he's actually saying. Look closely at his facial expression, his tone, his body language. What emotions is he conveying? Those emotions that you feel, that you see, whether it's panic, fury, anxiety, those speak volume because those are his raw reactions and thoughts in that moment before he can even think about putting on his mask. And then the words, they're just what he wants you to hear. The emotions are going to reveal a whole nother story, if there is one. Hopefully there isn't, but who knows? And this obviously applies to friends, family, anyone that you interact with as well. Whatever they're saying, keep an eye out for their actual tone. See if there's contradiction in some way, some interesting patterns. Start picking up things. All right, the final 2 points. This is the fun stuff. This one has never failed me. If you start paying attention to how they judge other people, that is the singular biggest cheat code in seeing what their intentions are. And this has obviously been a very popular discussion point. In psychology, we call it projection. I mean, it's a tale as old as time at this point, but if a person is genuinely kind, they tend to see the good in other people as well. But if a person is always scheming, they're always filled with bitter and vengeance, they're gonna assume that other people are equally untrustworthy or has malicious intent because they know what people are capable of. They know how dark and mean people can be, like themselves. So they always have their guard up to the ceiling. So next time someone comments on other people, they judge their friends, they judge celebrities, just put on your little detective hat. Let's do a little mind exercise. What is that one thing they keep bringing up over and over again? Spot the pattern and then make the connection. Because chances are that something is probably something that they care about deeply, that they're secretly super obsessed with recently, or they've always been insecure about. Or it's something that they want the outside world to view them as. They're just giving away their secrets for free. They're exposing themselves out in the world. Their view and judgment of other people are basically mirrors of their inner worlds. And we get to take a sneak peek. And this also applies to us as well, obviously. You can try it on yourself. For example, if I'm super conscious about my weight recently and I see an Insta post of an acquaintance who looks like they lost weight or who looks like they gained weight, for whatever reason, even if it's coming from a good place, like, oh, looks like they lost weight, good job. That's the first thing that comes up to our mind. And that's something we're gonna make the effort to comment out because that plagues our mind 24/7. So keep that in mind next time you want to judge others as well. And before the last point, if you found any of this enlightening, make sure you subscribe for more unhinged hacks on how to level up your mind and life. I'm a proud tryhard in life, so I want to help you level up as well. Okay, the finale. To predict how they'll treat you down the line, look at how they interact with people who are below their status or friends who are less competent. There's a research that categorizes people into 3 big groups: givers, takers, and reciprocators. Now, obviously, as the name suggests, we all want to be reciprocators in life, give and take. Obviously, that's human nature. But these takers, they're the ones you need to be extra careful around. They've mastered the art of putting on a mask. They curate their personality based on how much value you can provide for them. Takers can be so polite and accommodating and such good friends if you can help them with something. For example, climb the social ladder, or you have a great resource, or you are really skilled at something that they're trying to learn from, or you're rich. But if you don't, good luck with them. They're gonna have a completely different persona around you. They're gonna be dismissive, cruel, because they don't care about you. You're not their friend. They're only here to take. So next time you're out, pay attention to how they treat service staff, for example, or people they can't really gain anything from. If they're dismissive or just not their usual self, that's your warning sign. Because if they're nice to you right now, what are they trying to gain from you? Because remember, the moment you stop being useful to a taker, they will discard you. Or worse, even turn on you if that means they can step above. Never give them your weaknesses, because chances are they're going to use that against you. There you have it. This is your gateway to seeing through anyone's true colors like an open book. With practice, you'll become an absolute menace in society and surround yourself with the right crowd. Because when you know how to read between the lines, you can protect yourself and, of course, build meaningful connections with actual great and worthy people. Comment below which plan you're most excited about trying out, and let me know what else you want to see from me in the future. And most importantly, save this video because you'll want to come back and reference it. It has a lot of dense information. Feel free to scroll through my fun shorts, but I'll also be doing a lot more long-form videos like this one now. Okay, that was fun. Let's level up together, and may we all have the wisdom to spot genuine people in our lives. I'll see you in the next one.